Hello everyone, this is just going to be a quick tutorial of how to get the basic Restream set up for the ASM tournament 2022. This isn't going to be a in-depth pre-written one. This is just going to be a very basic tutorial to get you set up as quick as possible so we can get the Restreams up and running. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is navigate to the Restream folder. You can get this by going to the roles and then clicking Restream. So yeah, just go to the Restream folder, go to the pinned messages, and then simply download the basic ASM 22.RAR. Let's download. This is a 70 meg folder, so it will take a few seconds to download, but once it's downloaded, I will show you. Okay, so that's downloaded. I'm just going to drag and drop this onto my desktop so we can get this ball rolling. Okay, so it's on the desktop. First thing you have to do is extract it. So I'm just going to extract here. Happy days. The first thing we'll have to do is you'll double click on basic ASM 22 and it'll bring up here. The first thing you have to do, if you haven't done it before, is to install the boulder.regular font. So what you do if you haven't installed that is just type in fonts, and then simply drag and drop the boulder regular into the add fonts thing here. And then you'll know of it being installed, so when you scroll down, it'll say boulder. Hopefully, looks like it has done that. Let me try that again. Okay, boulder regular is already installed, so yeah, it's already installed. Okay, brilliant. The next thing you have to do is open up OBS. So OBS here, this is just my regular stuff, regular scene here. All you need to do is you need to go to Scene Collection, press Import, click the three ellipses on the right hand side here, find your basic ASM thing, so basic ASM 2022, and then click speed Simpsons basic.json. Once you've done that, simply press the add button. Oh, sorry, import button, sorry. And then if you go to Scene Collection, it should say Speed Simpsons Basic. And if it's done correctly, you'll have three scenes down here. You'll have pre-race scene, race scene, and then post-race scene. And that's pretty much it for downloading that. We've installed it. And now I'm just going to briefly show you how to set up the race from scratch and what you need to change and stuff like that. Okay, so if we go to the pre-race scene, if you go down here, you'll have lots of different stuff that you may need to include. I'm going to start with the blue stuff first. So blue leaderboard position, that's self-explanatory. You know, find the leaderboard position of the person that's involved in the race. You can change it up here as well if you find it a little bit easier. Leaderboard PB, same sort of thing. So just find their place on the leaderboards and then just type the number in. Group standing, where they are on the groups, if they're first, second, third, or fourth. If they haven't raced yet, or it's the first race, I just put a dash like that. FPS, if we're asked the runner in question, we'll just find their leaderboard PB and then just type in their FPS, so 180, and then we'll go from there. This is where it starts getting a bit different. So runner's name start, it's actually an image file this year. Because of the pronouns and stuff like that, we thought it'd be easier just to create images for these things so they're always formatted correctly rather than letting the runners format them and it ends up being a bit squished. So if we just go to blue runner name start, just double click, browse. If you go to profile pictures, names and flags, if you go to names, if you go to intro and outro, intro, and then find the person's name. So I'm just going to do myself for this one. So pronouns right, same size. If we go to Critch, he/him, and then as you can see here, it will automatically come up. Same thing goes for the blue profile picture. So just double click on the profile picture, browse. If you go back a few steps, so profile pictures, names and flags. Click on profile pictures, and then I'm just going to find my one. So Critch is here, and then just press OK. That's basically done for the blue one now. It's absolutely done. We could do the same for the yellow. I'll just briefly just do a couple. So runner name. We'll pick, I don't know, I'll pick the first person I see. So let's go with Clifforus. There we go. And then we'll just do the same for the yellow profile pic. So just go back, profile pictures, profile pics, and then click for us. Okay, brilliant. Group stage, so just put in the group name and then the match. So I'll just put in any old random thing. So put group Globex. This will always be centered, by the way, so you don't have to worry about that too much. And then just what match it is. So there's going to be a bunch of matches. So if it's the first match, put the first match. If it's the second match, put the second match, and so on. So I'll just put match 1. And then we're on to commentary. So commentary down here. That's pretty much always done for you. But what you need to change is the top commentator and the bottom commentator. This would ensure that the commentators' names will be down here and they'll be the same size every time. So if I click on top commentator, we're going to have, I don't know. So if it's same again, names, intro, same size. Let's go with Gordo's going to commentate this one with Guff. So as you can see down here, Gordo and Guff have gone in, and then that's pretty much done for that scene. Okay, so that's pre-race scene done. We'll move on to the race scene. Not much to change here, to be honest, apart from the yellow race name and blue race name. These are slightly different. We've had to resize them so they fit into these boxes. So if I click on blue name race, go browse, go to names, and then go to race, and then you just pick the same names. So you can pick that one there if you prefer that one, Critch / he, him, or if you want it to be a little bit bigger with the pronouns under, you can go to that one with Critch with my pronouns underneath it. Same thing goes for the yellow one, so I'll just do clip for us quick. And there we go. Okay, brilliant. Okay, now we move on to the stream side of things. So I'm going to see if anyone's currently streaming at the moment. So Crazy Tone Dog is currently streaming. So let's try them. So I'm going to put them on the blue side. So this would be my stream, but as I'm not streaming, I'm just going to use Crazy Tone Dog as an example. So you'll see a URL here, player.twitch.tv, blah, 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 blah. The only thing that we have to change is the replace me. So highlight all of the replace me, including the brackets, and then delete that. I'm going to type in Crazy Tone Dog. And then once I press OK, Crazy Tone Dog stream should hopefully come up on the left-hand side. If I spelt that wrong, yes, I have. Not Crazy Tone Dog, Crazy Tone Dog. There we go. And as you can see, the man himself is on the left-hand side here. Now, this would not be good for a stream. Obviously, like, Tone Dog's face is in it and half the screen is like missing, so we'll need to adjust that. So what you need to do is click the lock icon here, and then what I like to do is I like to press the Alt key. So if you press the Alt key down, and then if you drag the opposite way, you could sort of drag the gameplay onto the screen, and it won't look squashed. So if I remove that, so the right hand side of the screen is absolutely fine now, and if we just drag this way, you can see that the game fits absolutely perfectly there. So that's done for that one. The next one is going to be the timer below it. This is a little bit more finicky. You can get the runner's timer if you drag it correctly. So I'm going to try and drag it in correctly. It does take a while to get used to using the Alt method for this. You have to play around with it and see if you can get the whole timer in. Sorry. If you do make a mistake, you could just press Ctrl Z and do that. Like that. Bring it rest this way. Keep dragging, keep dragging, keep dragging, keep dragging. And then move it up. Move it up. If it doesn't move, just let go and then move up again. Same with the bottom one. And then, yeah, that looks good to me. If you're really struggling with the bottom one and like it's not working for you, or like you can't seem to get it like right, what you can do is just click on it, right click, go to transform, edit transform, and then press no bounds, and then you'll be able to just resize manually. I would prefer everyone to use the Alt method, because that way it'll always be stuck inside the box and there won't be like any cropping errors. But if you're really struggling and like it's taking ages, then you can use the transform method, I guess. Same for the right hand side. I won't go through that, but yeah, it's essentially exactly the same. The post race scene, yeah, this is pretty much same sort of thing. So blue name ends, you just go to click on it, press browse, names, intro and outro, and then find the person's name. So I'm going to find Critch. And then yellow name ends, browse, just find Critch, or sorry, Cliforus. Brilliant. And then you can go ahead and change the end time. So let's say I've got a 1:25:31, and then Cliforus got, I don't know, 1:31:10. There you go. That's pretty much done. Stage is pretty much always done. Commentary's already done. And then you'll just have the next match down the bottom. So yeah, all you've got to do is put the runners that are competing in the next race, the date, the time in BST or the UK time, and then the group. So if I just find this one here, leave the dashes in. That way, once the the information carries on scrolling, it won't look as bad. Because if I remove this, then it looks a bit weird when group Globex goes. You won't have like a gap or anything. So just leave the dash on the end. So yeah, just like redo this one. So I don't know, me again versus, okay, Spruce. It's happening on the 9th of July at 5 PM and it's in group Apu. There you go. And then you just press OK, and then that'll automatically scroll. Okay, that's pretty much it in terms of putting stuff in. We're not going to bother with anything too hard like stingers or like audio symbols. So if you've been used to that, you're more than welcome to put them in if you like. But for the time being, we just want to keep it very, very basic so people can get this set up and running. What you might notice is studio mode. So to get studio mode, usually you only have this. Press studio mode, and then you can have like different scenes on the left-hand side. You can edit these scenes while the scene's playing in the program. So here you've got preview and program. You can edit on the left-hand side, and then the right-hand side will carry on playing. Okay. One last couple of things before we end. You'll see here that there's no audio sources on the pre-race scene or the post-race scene. You will have to add in an audio source so the Discord commentators can be heard. There are two ways you can do that. The simple way is simply to go to audio output capture, press OK, and then click your audio device. So mine's speakers. And then if you press cut, they should turn up right here. This will ensure that anything that's being captured on your desktop audio will be played on stream. That's a good method. It's a very quick method, and it's a method that's really good. There is a slightly different way, so if I get rid of this, if you go to the following link, which I'll have down in the video description, you can actually get a application audio output capture. This will ensure that you only capture one audio from a certain program. So if I click here, if I go session, and then if I go to Discord, and then add executable, and then press OK, and then press cut. What this will do now is this will only pick up Discord audio on stream. It won't pick up stuff like Spotify, it won't pick up stuff like Twitch. So this will ensure that only the commentators from Discord can be heard and nothing else on your PC. It's pretty, like I said, it's pretty simple. I'll have the link in the description. You download it, install it, and then exit OBS, reopen OBS, and then it'll be in the plus application audio output capture, and only Discord will be heard in that case. Okay, I think that is pretty much it. Obviously, when you're streaming, you'll have blue stream, yellow stream, and then your audio output capture. So if I just add this again, so racing, if I add add one to this. So application audio, add existing. So let's do my Discord audio here. And if I cut that, yeah. So application audio output capture would be my Discord or my commentators. We have blue stream and yellow stream. You only want one of these streams to be shown at a time. So obviously blue stream is blue stream, yellow stream is yellow stream. I like to have the audio sort of peak at the 35 mark and then let the rest do down here. It's up to you, like essentially where this goes, but that's what I would recommend. You could always ask chat if it's too loud, too quiet. That's what I like to do when the race starts. Ask the chat, is everything sounding good? Is stuff good? And then usually they'll tell you in the first 30 seconds whether it's too loud, too quiet, or the commentators can't be heard. If you want to change stream audio, what you got to do is just click here, and then obviously just make sure this one's being heard. Yeah, same rules apply as long as it's by the 40 mark and then peaking like 35, 30, should be pretty good. In terms of commentators, you want them peaking about the 15 mark or the minus 15 mark. This ensures that the commentators can be heard over gameplay. There's no like muffling in between, and people on stream can actually hear the commentators. I think that is pretty much it for the time being. Obviously, this is a very, very dumbed down basic guide for people to get them up and run, for getting their restreams up and running. And this is a very off the cuff version of what I want to say. Hopefully in the future, I'll be able to get a more in-depth guide regarding restreaming and get an in-depth advanced tutorial guide. I believe Moleman has made an advanced tutorial guide for the old layout. I may link that as well in the Restream channel. So if you just want to check that out, it includes stuff like stingers, transitions and stuff like that. And it looks really, really good. But for the time being, it's literally just these three scenes: pre-race scene, race scene, post-race scene. As long as you've got them all set up, I think you'll be good to go in terms of restreaming. Any further questions, just ask in the Restream Discord channel. So just ask in the Restream Discord channel, and we'll get back to you. If this tutorial doesn't work, let me know, and I'll I'll either redo it or I'll answer your questions here. Okay, thank you very much for everyone for watching, and I hopefully be able to see you in future regarding setting up a restream and seeing you guys restream. Okay, thank you very much. See you later. Bye. Hey everyone, this is just going to be a quick add to the end of the previous video. I'm just going to go through a few settings that you can potentially use on stream. This is to ensure that the game looks good and that we don't have much buffering issues. Okay, so if I go to settings, general, it's pretty much okay here. This is basically the standard stuff. You can press automatically record while streaming. If you have the space for it, we'd really appreciate that, just in case it goes down. But if you haven't got the space, then don't worry about it. Stream, just add a moderator and we'll give you the stream key. You just put it in there, press apply, and it starts streaming. The output. Now, there's lots of different ways that we can say what the output should be. As long as your video bitrate is more than 1500 or maybe even 1000, but definitely not less than 1000. As long as it's more than 1000 up to 4000, that's a-okay. As long as the game doesn't stutter and we're not having major issues your end when restreaming, that's absolutely fine with me. I'd like to restream on 1500 or 2000, but if you have a really good PC and your internet's really good, then 3000 or 4000 would be absolutely great. So yeah, just press apply for that one. Audio, don't worry about this. I think that given what's happened here, you don't have to worry about any of this. We've added the audio sources, so that's okay. Video. Okay, so the base canvas resolution is going to be 1920 by 1080. This means that the base source is going to be in 1080p. The output scaled resolution, ideally we want to be in at least 720. I wouldn't recommend streaming in 1080p, just because that Twitch has a tendency to not allow stream quality changes. So people that are on lower PCs might not be able to actually view the video in 1080p. So I'd probably recommend the max is 720. If you're really struggling and but you still want to restream, you know, you can drop this to like 480 in the worst case scenario. We even drop the FPS value to like 30. You know, 480 to 30. That's okay with me at the end of the day. But like, ideally, in an ideal world, 720 and then 60 would be perfect. But if your PC can't handle it, 720, 30, or even 480 would be great. Is there any more settings I need to go over? No. That's just a quick appendy at the end. I know that some people would probably be asking about what settings to be used in terms of streaming, but that's basically what I use. Again, any more questions, let me know, and then we'll go from there. Thank you very much, and see you later. Bye.